Befogtam. Tegnap hajnali 5-ig, ma hajnali 5-kor aludtam el, tesó. Már világosodott, akkor aludtam el, annyira izgatott voltam.
There's a game mode. Everybody run!
Very strong focus on the quality of life.
Én köszi, Niki. Benni is benne lesz? Not yet, not yet.
Thank you, thank all of you.
Na jó, mert hallod, elkezdek tasizni. Ennyi volt. Ennyi volt, menjen a nutellatás. Soha meg fog ölni, hogy megeszem az egész nutellát. Ugye a PAX-ról leszünk élőbe. Ez nem egy előre felvett dolog lesz most. Konami digitál. Mi van? Hey! Matthew! Mondtam, hogy lesz Matthew! Matthew!
Hi. Hello.
Hi!
Folks, we got a show for you. They're still coming.
Oh, yeah.
Látszik, hogy élő, ha?
Come on in. There's still room. Pyramid heads at the back there.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
So in the biz, they call that a hype trailer. Seems that it worked. I felt pretty hype coming out of that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Dead by Daylight's 9th anniversary live stream spectacular from PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts.
Az nagyon basszol, lenne egyszer élőbe kijönni.
This is one of my favorite events every year,
Same,
but
bro.
I haven't been here for a good decade. What's happening? I don't. Oh, is the unknown? Is the unknown here?
Hey. Valaki csinált egy ilyen random cuccot?
It's a great event. I used to live in Boston,
A
Massachusetts.
ki kéne venni, az nagyon basszul lenne.
But for some reasons out of our control, we haven't come for a number of years.
Yeah.
There was a global thing that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, PAX has always
COVID.
been very special for us. It's not only is it an amazing place to be, it's just awesome to be with our people here, but it's where it all began for us, right?
It is.
9 years ago, we had the smallest little booth you can get in the corner there, and then we showed our little game to people. We didn't have much back then. We were a team of 30 people. We had a dream. We had stars in our eyes.
Look at that. Wowzers.
Oh, Jiminy Jilliker.
Azt a mindenit. Jézusom, de fiatal a faszi.
But we had this little gem of a game, you know, this strange asymmetrical multiplayer game where 4 people are trying to escape a nightmare while someone is trying to murder them all. And somehow it resonated. People understood what we were bringing, and it worked.
It worked indeed. And you know what? We dove right into it. If no one knows, you should be ashamed. But this man right here, his name is Matt Cote, our head of partnerships on Dead by Daylight.
Let's fucking go. Pretty good job so far, Tesco. Pretty good job so far.
And my name's Eric Pope. I'm the community director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm very happy you're here.
Yay!
Na nézzük.
So as Matt was saying, PAX specifically is very important to DBD. And Matt, I don't know if you know this. We've gone back to the archives, not those archives, our archives. We've gone back to our archives, calm down. And we found a little clip of Matt from the very first one. So why don't we roll that?
How many killers, how many survivors are you hoping to add? A lot more? Or?
Yes, many, many more. The idea has always been when you start the game, you don't know who you're up against, you don't know what powers are going to be facing you, you don't know which map you're going to be in, and the other survivors, you don't know what abilities and perks and whatnot they're going to bring.
Aha, ez
That's crazy.
konkrétan valóságá vált.
Not sure what was up with my eyebrows back then.
Let's have a hand for Matt's eyebrows. 2016 eyebrows were very bushy. I love it. So I like to think the team delivered on what you said. And now we are in a place where we have 38 killers. 38 survivors, 45. Jesus, I have it back. 38 killers, 45 survivors, and
insane.
A billion perks.
About a billion perks, and so many really, really awesome licenses that came to
Ja,
join
ott
us over the years.
Screencraft
Yeah,
látom.
so I think you've always said it's kind of a love letter to the 70s and 80s horror movies that we all love. What really kicked it off on the partners licensing side was Mr. Michael Myers, right?
Yes, Halloween. There are
Let's
a
watch
few
this
here,
together,
I
yeah.
believe. Halloween was the very first time we brought in some legends of horror.
Aha, az első licenszes
many more
tudsz, ugye
followed
Halloween
after
volt.
that.
Yeah, Leatherface, Chucky, Alien,
Ghostface, Stranger Things,
Ash from Evil Dead.
and on and on.
Yes.
Yeah,
and on
nagyon
it
sok.
rolls.
Yeah, one of the big milestones for us was probably like Silent Hill.
Igen. A Silent ez nagyon komoly
Silent
volt.
Hill was the very first time we had a video game chapter, and for us it meant quite a lot because Silent Hill and Resident Evil specifically were games that inspired a lot of us on the team to make video games, right?
Nagyon,
They were
a
with
Resident
us
Evil-en
when we were
nagyon
young,
jobban vannak,
and
azt
being
tudjuk,
able
ugye.
to work with these
Meg a
people to
Konamival.
create something in
Aha.
our game
De jó,
that
ezeket
they
most
were proud of,
végignéztük.
that they thought their fans would enjoy, was so validating and humbling, honestly.
We should do more with them, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion, just a guy with opinion. I just realized, by the way, I want to apologize to this half of the room because I'm just looking over here at Matt.
It's okay, I'm looking at them.
Hi. Yeah, you get Matt's face, which is better in the end anyway. Or you can look at me up there. Sorry. So yeah, iconic licenses, Matthew. It's a nice segue actually to our show today. We've made add another or some.
Yes.
Felvezetik a
Well,
papot.
then let's, without further ado,
Felvezetik
Yeah,
a
what are we
dive
gonna
into the
talk
run of
about today?
show
Kíváncsi
to
vagyok
tell you
tesó.
what we're actually going to talk about instead of Matt and I just rambling. So if you want to put that up on the screen, we're going to kick things off.
Ó, egyből.
Whenever you want, with Jose and
Aha.
Justin.
Na
to
ez a
talk
roadmap,
about
látjátok?
upcoming
Vagy ez lesz a
content
Ránova
roadmap,
Show roadmap?
as well
Call
as
of Duty, és utána jön csak a Freddy. A FNAF Freddy.
Stop it.
Aztán skinek, és a végén ez a Choose Your Own Chapter, ez nem tudom mi, de majd meglátjuk. We'll see, ez pontosan mit akar.
After that, Dave and I will be back to give you more details on the next chapter, which is, of
Kula,
course,
akkor
Five
ennyi?
Nights at
Nem hiszem,
Freddy's.
nem hiszem.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ha Kula a FNAF, ez 10/10 ez a stream akkor is. De
They
nem hiszem,
said
hogy
it
Kula
could
lesz.
never happen.
They said we shouldn't do it.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Doing it live. After that, we've got fan favorite Rosalie to introduce you to some amazing upcoming collections that are coming to the game.
And then my
Jönnek a
favorite,
skinek, és-
Dave,
Várjál.
no shame on you.
No, that's not.
Dave is coming back after that, and he's going to tell you about another one of our original chapters that we're going to do that has a major twist.
It's a little
to it.
spoiled on the picture right there. It says
Yeah.
choose your own chapter, but just pretend you don't know what it means.
Pretend
Wow,
you
ez egy
can't read.
OG, ez egy OG
So
chapter
I
lesz,
think
hogy
that's
mi
enough. We can get
választunk
things
ki.
rolling now.
De
Thank you,
baszó.
Matt.
Just leave.
De baszó.
I'm just going to leave now.
Well, but he's going to come back. Don't worry. Matt,
I'll be back.
Matt's not done
I'll
with the
be
show
back.
by a long shot. Thank you, Matt.
Have fun.
De jó, adom. Ez lesz chapter a DVD
And now we'll
produkció
welcome
nyára.
Justin
Beszélj.
Brown
Ki
and
tudja?
Jose
Ki tudja?
Ramos.
Na gyere, José.
Welcome,
Ő melyik
guys.
őjük, várjál. Petit, nem látom, hogy ki a csávó.
Jose is our
Ő volt a
executive
múltkor,
producer on
ugye?
Dead by Daylight. He's the
Igen.
vice president as
Ő
well.
a Quality of Life
people who care about that sort of
felelőse.
thing. Justin is our
Főnöke.
senior director of
Justit várjuk.
product management. If you don't know what that
Igen,
means,
igen,
he
az jó,
cares
az
a
jó.
ton about the game, actually. He's kind of
Yes.
one of the main people that my team talks to from the community team to help make
Na
changes happen
nézzük.
in the game. And so that's why they're
Tiszta,
here.
magos az a
because,
szargép.
yes, we have the content
Beszélj
roadmap
róla.
that we're going to talk about, which is cool and new stuff, but also, more importantly to me, quality of life. The Quality of Life initiative couldn't have happened without these guys.
Yes, absolutely. It
Na.
is one way to do my very first live stream. So
Őt nagyon nehéz érteni
pretty
amúgy, vagy
amazing.
én nagyon nehezen értem őt.
Thank you.
Kicsit
Thank you.
felhangosítom, jó csak?
Like I will tell my kids that there were 12,000 people also. That's something like that. So yeah, as you said, I think we want to give you a sneak peek of our content roadmap leading us to the 10th
Content
year
roadmap?
anniversary.
Na
Which
ez
is
az, ami az
crazy
évben
just to
történni fog.
say it. We will also give you an update on our quality of life efforts. As you mentioned, something incredibly important for us, hopefully for you.
Nekem nehéz ez a
and we'll make
francia
sure to give you
akcentus.
all the details.
Yes, of course. And before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out.
Ő
and
miért
thank
van
you
itt?
to
A
the incredible
2v8
Dead by
miatt.
Daylight
Ő a
team back
2v8
home.
miatt van itt,
It is
esküsz,
because
ez
of their
100%.
hard work and passion that we're able to
Fixen
deliver
mondom.
this content and this quality
Fixen mondom.
year after year.
Aha,
Shout out to
francia
DBD team.
akcentussal beszéli az angolt. Nekem nehéz.
Watching while they work, I hope.
Na nézzük.
So, sorry, that's loud. I told everyone they go do quiet mic. I'm very loud. Why don't we talk about some of the highlights of the past year, Jose, real quickly?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So a lot of highlights, of course. I think the main focus was to bring things that you have waited for many, many, many years. I think the main one, of course, is 2v8. So bringing 2v8 to life was something that we really wanted to achieve. Cross progression is something that also you waited for a very long time, and that now you can have. From a content standpoint, I think between Vecna, Dracula, Killer with a Dog, but also the very most recent chapter that we released with Tokyo Ghoul was one of the most popular chapter ever, really, that we have had. It was quite amazing for us.
And I think you're a big anime fan, so you probably felt...
Yeah, and honestly, not only that, but the way we managed to bring the anime into the art sale of DBD, I think the team made really an amazing job. Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Shout out to our anime fans.
Many of them.
Our anime fans in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you for indulging me.
But also, you know, this chapter gave us a chance, an excuse to travel to Japan for the first time in a very long time. It was long overdue. I think Dave, Matt, and the rest of the team spent really quality time with them, and that's really what we want to do a bit more. You know, spending time with our community, going to events like this one, and more to come. We went Scotland recently. We went Sao Paulo for Gamescom, Latam just last week, and again, we will be there in more events to come.
Yeah, and to not confuse you, actually, we did release another chapter after Tokyo Ghoul just this week with the unshakable EMT Orella Rose, which is very cool.
Ez kicsit cringe volt, hogy a Ghoult mondták a legjobb chapternek.
Though I imagine most of you have seen it already, we're still going to take just a minute to watch her amazing trailer. So,
Ez muszáj, mert most
You're gonna be alright.
Ez muszáj, skacok, mert most jött ki, és senki nem fog erről a chapterről beszélni valószínűleg soha többet. Úgyhogy ezt most kell hype-olni, mert ahogy bejelentik a FNAF-ot, senkit nem fog érdekelni se ez, de szerintem már a Ghoul se. Szerintem már a Ghoul se, úgyhogy most muszáj neki adni egy kis fényt. Ezt pont most néztük meg az előbb amúgy chat, ezt pont együtt néztük meg a chattel, az összes trailert. Melyek a közösség mindent? Szerintem ugyanezt látják ők is. Egy nagy képernyőn. Élen napra ezt a trailert látod? Már nem érdekel? Nem fogod többet látni, azt tudja, hogy ez nem nagyon fog feljönni. Úgyhogy ja, kill with a dog. Jó, na nézzük, és most fogják lenepezni a FNAF-ot. Let's go!
Yeah!
Mennyien vannak? 28k. Mennyien vannak YouTube-on, chat?
We got to do a lot of fun teasers for Orella, so it was really cool to see people kind of fall in love with her before they even knew who she was. So we know people like teasers. We've heard that, so we're going to try to keep doing more teasers in the future. So thank you. And one last thing about Orella, actually, I think you see it on the screen right now. Very,
ez
very,
nagyon
very
fontos, srácok. Ha ezt a screent megveszitek, akkor ez full charity-be megy ide a St. Justin Foundationnek. Szóval én is megvettem most az egyiket tegnap, ha bármelyiket megveszitek, full 100%-ba elutalják az árát oda, ahova mondják.
All you have to do, if you haven't already, is purchase one or both of those beautiful outfits in the game with orc cells,
full
please.
100%.
And 100% of the proceeds are going to that amazing foundation, which is important to us. It's a local one in Montreal.
Nem hiszem. Szóval te fogod megvenni még 40 embernek. Akkor a szíved van a charity miatt.
Thank you. We actually have a twist coming up in that campaign, too. Stay tuned. Orella marks the last release of the Year 9 calendar. So we're going to dive in now to the Year 10 calendar, Justin.
That's right, and this is the time when I try to bite my tongue and not give you guys any spoilers. Sorry.
Okay.
I will say we have 5 chapters, 3 will be licensed, 2 will be original.
Augusztusig
Of course, the
eltolták a
next chapter you guys already know, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ja nem, no. Várj, mi ez? Most melyik évet látom?
It's
Ez
a
a
killer
25?
and a map,
De.
but Dave and Matt are going to be up to talk way more about that just after us. We're going to follow that up with another licensed chapter that will feature 2 iconic survivors. I won't reveal who they are today, but you guys are going to love it, for sure. And then finally, we're going to end the summer with an original chapter, the first one of the year.
So new killer,
it's going to be on one of our favorite themes, which is
survivor.
folklore, Asian horror folklore specifically. And it's going to be one of the most gruesome chapters we've ever released, so we cannot wait to get it into your hands.
Nem lesz szörvi a
gory.
flagba.
Very messy. We will close out the year with one big licensed chapter with not one but two survivors. And the last one is actually very interesting. It's a very special chapter. You see there is no killer in there, and that's because there will be a survivor, but also a new realm that we know you are going to love.
Jön New Realm, várjál, mi az, hogy New Realm? Mert az egy New Mapot ír az izénél itt.
In the future.
Na, ezt át kell
and
nézni,
there will
bro.
also be a twist on an existing
Ezt át kell
killer. So the
nézzük.
point also of this is
Akkor
because
nincs
killer
szörvi,
requires
bro.
so much effort, we again want to give enough space and room to the team to be able to work on those quality of life elements. That's very important for us that, you know, we kind of focus on that.
Yes, which thank you for the
Amit
wonderful
rohadtuk
segue,
ebbe most nagyon bagos játék.
So for some of you, of course, the content is what drives you and excites you, the new content that comes to DBD. But I also think for a lot of you, and myself included, who, you know, I talk to the community every day, the quality of the game, the quality of health of the game is just as important as the new stuff.
A modifierek azok a
that's what we're going to talk
2v8
about
meg
now.
ezek.
Like I
Lights
said earlier,
out,
I'm really psyched that this is
ilyenek.
being prioritized. As Jose just mentioned, we've even taken the decision here and there to adjust the schedule of the year's releases based around doing more work on quality of life. So, Jose, why don't you take it away?
Yeah. So again, success of DBD is about the community. And so this year what we really want is to get all that feedback, to have more conversation than ever, to apply that feedback and to improve the overall experience of DBD. We think, and we're going to show with some details, that we have made great progress, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to meet some hiccups. The last release that we just had, we know has brought bugs on some of the killers. And that's something that we want to react very quick on. There is a lot more to come.
De nagyon gyorsan fogják javítani majd ezt a sok bugot, ami most benn
and just to
van.
mention on this week's release, maybe a little rocky, we are holding our hot fix schedule a couple extra days so we can get more fixes into
később jön egy
it.
picit
Still
a
coming
bugfix,
next
de
week,
nagyon sok minden
hoping to
jön.
fix as many of the bumps in the road that we ran
Igen, ahogy
across.
szokták, csak egy kicsit később, és mindent kijavítanak, azt ígérik. Hát
If
remélem,
you
mert most
watched
olyan
the
bagos
live streams
tényleg.
over the last couple of years, this is the moment when I would usually tell you about the 4 pillars we based our roadmap on. But this year, we're doing things differently. It's all around one central North Star, which is to make sure that Dead by Daylight is respecting our players' time. And so all of our focus is really about delivering on that promise to you guys as the players.
Oy.
Yes, and actually I want to mention, we've already
De arra
started
nem,
rolling out
nagyon
the quality of life
őszintének
stuff. The
hangzott.
first feature, major feature of it was the abandon feature, which went out last release.
Igen.
It was pretty well
Megvan az
received.
abandon
We got also
feature.
a lot of great feedback on how we can tweak it to be even better. So it's been a cool way to kick off the initiative with a big feature that helps to address some issues.
Aha.
Of course, and
Tetszik
the
a
most recent
hozzáállás.
release, I mean, despite some of the issues that you know are already there, we did fix some critical issues. The
De jó,
skill
hogy
check
beszélnek
release window,
róla.
which had been sort of a plague for a long time,
Azt én még nem is
finally
kaptam be
resolved.
ezt a skill
The
check-es
unhook
cuccot.
spam exploit resolved. We also finally added perk previews, which we had tested a long time ago. Not to be confused with seeing your survivor teammates perks, which is something we'll do later in the year as well. And then the sort of controversial quest
Oké, akkor a
system.
csávó végül is
We do
elmondta, hogy
plan
látni
on
fogjuk egymás
monitoring
perkét.
that.
Erős.
The intention is never to make it more grindy. In fact, it should be
Erős.
the opposite, if anything. So we're going to look at the numbers. We're going to see if there's tweaks we have to make on the quest system.
Aha, több
But we're
BP-t
really
fogunk
happy that
kapni,
you
nem
finally
akarják,
make
hogy többet
progress on
kelljen
more than one
grindolnunk.
quest in a match. In addition to removing that awkward pain point you've probably all experienced where you load into a match and then say, oh no, I already completed my last quest,
És
now
nem
I can't
raktam
make
be.
any progress on any
Igen.
quest in this match. So
De
that's finally
jó.
removed and
Wow.
resolved with this new quest system.
Cool. So we've got
Ez
an
nagyon
asset we
basszó.
can put up on the screen to help us for the next section.
Aha, látni
Yes.
fogjuk egymás
So
perkét,
a
igen.
bunch of stuff in that screen. I'm not going to go through it
Szóval
all,
megvan az
but a few
anti-slugging
ones that I
surrender
really
option,
want
new
to
quest, és a
highlight is
previewer
everything you
percy
see
lobby.
in blue. So in green is what we have released. In blue is what is going to actually be released just in June. So very,
Aha, ez
very
most
soon
fog
around the
jönni,
corner.
nagyon
And
hamar.
a few ones that I wanted to highlight. One is, for example, the gamma sitting. We know
Igen.
that it can be tough when it comes to the darkness level of some map, and being
Igen,
able,
nagyon
especially
sötét
for
néhány
console
map, és a
players,
gamma setting
to
az
be able
nagyon
to
hamar
deal with
jönni
those
fog.
gamma settings
Most a
is,
kövi
again,
update-be
going
jönni
to
fog
go
egyébként.
a long way. The gun X prevention is quite important, encouraging survivors to not give up at first hook.
Az is
is
jönni
really
fog?
something that we want to fix and improve. And
de mikor?
one last one, sorry, that I wanted to discuss a bit more in details is the bulk blood point spending. I was watching the stream of one of my favorite content creators just a few days ago with the release of Orella. She was super excited, saved millions and dozens of millions of blood points. And it takes a while. It takes a long time to spend those blood points. So being able to spend them in a matter of few seconds is, I think, again, a small step for DBD, massive leap for DBD players for sure.
And this is how we find out I'm not your favorite content creator? Wow. Wow. No, that's great. I've had a few
most arról beszélek, hogy én vagyok a kedvenc streamer, és látta, hogy milyen lassan tudom elkölteni a BP-t.
Almost here.
Almost there. Oh yeah, no, actually there is another one, which is custom game improvement. So this one is actually, for me, a cool story. Is we had...
custom match, yeah.
Custom matches.
Can you move the mic? You move the mic when you talk. I want to make sure everyone hears Jose. Custom match improvements.
Custom match improvements, yes. We had a really great conversation with tournament organizers, with some content creators, in order to understand what they really wanted.
Segíteni fognak a custombe.
The list was really good. But then we asked, what is the top priority that we have? Because we want to make sure that we will be quick to deliver on this. And we have identified those, and they wanted to move from 1 spectator slot to 5 spectator slots. They wanted to have hotkeys to be able to shift pretty easily from one player to another. And we are going to bring those things right into this June release.
Ez is most jön.
Happy to go.
Szóval egyből át tudok majd váltani mondjuk.
Where we're going to end with custom match. That's just what we're delivering in June. In the future, throughout the year, we're going to add more customization options to custom match, including the ability to start selecting limited time event modes in custom match specifically, which will be very cool.
What about 2v8? Can that be in custom match too?
Yes, it will include 2v8.
2v8-az is lehet customben, let's fucking go! Mehetnek a custom tournamentek, skacok. 2v8-ban minden limited time event, minden
we
mehet.
built this list. My team got to be really involved in building this list based on your feedback that we've seen out in the community over some of these things. And we're going to continue doing that. So continue giving us your feedback, even as they're released, like the abandoned feature. We know you don't get it one and done. We want to iterate and make them as good as they can be. So keep that up. It's not just lip service. Your feedback is super, super important. So thank you for that. And now, phase 2. We've already talked about stuff that people generally knew about. Now we can get into the second half
phase
of our
2, ezek jönnek később.
Yeah, of course. And so phase 2 is meant to take us through to the end of the year and even beyond. And we are going to deliver a little bit more than we had even previously communicated on. So I guess I'll give it to
key
Jose,
item balancing.
Yes. So the first thing that you can see on the screen, all the measures that we want to take in order to improve camping, slugging, tunneling, we will actually give you more details in the coming weeks and in the coming months. We want to do it right. It's something that we want to carefully craft, and we want to also discuss more with our community and our content creators to make sure, again, we do it right. There is things like the keyboard and mouse support that we are going to bring actually in the summer, along with balance changes for map and keys that you are going to give us more details on.
Right, so map and keys, for the longest time, we've had 5 survivor items, of which only 2, maybe 3 have felt relevant. There's been these 2 sort of semi-relevant map and key items for a long time. We wanted to give survivors a big update. We always update killers. We don't do a lot for survivors. We're going to change that. Map are going to change to be basically a consumable version of Windows of Opportunity, if you can imagine that, which is very cool. And the keys are going to focus on revealing the killer's aura. They will still open the hatch, and there's also going to be some new gameplay related to the chests.
És lesz valami a key-jel, valami a chesteket gondolom gyorsabban ki tudod nyitni. És akkor ugyanúgy elég a mob, de ilyen olyan, mint hogyha lenne egy 5. perken egy kis időre gondolom.
I guess so. So, in addition to bug fixes, there's a bunch of things we're super excited to tackle. The first, probably the biggest, is an MMR revamp. We've been hearing you guys complain about it for a long time. We really want to focus on making sure that MMR takes into account the actions you take in a game and how you play, as opposed to the current black and white, just survive and kill. So that's going to be a really big change coming to MMR. We've heard it. We're excited to deliver that.
Super nagy change-ek az MMR-ben.
MMR revamp, people!
Szuper nagy change-ek az MMR-ben, nem azt szerint, hogy kijutsz vagy nem, hanem hogy miket csinálsz.
If you don't know what that means, it's matchmaking, ranking, and it'll help with matchmaking when we fix that.
Yeah. For the first time ever in an update, we're going to introduce a new survivor item this summer, which will be very cool. Right in the core.
Új survey item is jön, de a ranking módot nem
Of course, we're bolstering our anti-cheat measures, because that's always a problem. We're going to start showing you queue time, estimated queue time, which we don't do right now.
Ó, mint a LoL-ban, hogy mennyi idő, hogy még bedob téged a gamebe, olyan is lehet ilyen estimated queue time, hogy akkor mit 3 percig kell várnod, hogy bedobjon.
We all know that there's one very, very, very big problem with 2v8, and that's how long you have to wait as a killer to get into a match. 12, 13, 14 minutes sometimes.
Nagyon hosszú a
Not on the next iteration, but the one coming in the summer, we're going to introduce a play while you queue feature. So you can queue up as killer. While you're queued up as killer, you can play matches as survivor in 2v8. While you wait, it'll hold your spot in line. You come back to the lobby, and you're ready to queue up as your killer. So you don't have to just sit there and look at the lobby screen for 12, 13, 14 minutes anymore.
Just a note on that, that's coming very soon.
És akkor te leszel, hogyha kijössz a gameből, egyből téged vesz előre. Nem azokat, akik utánad berediztek, de jó. Ez úgy tök jó.
It's coming very soon, but not in the next iteration of 2v8, which is even ultra soon. So the next 2v8. Just so your expectations are set. Okay, one last thing, we do need to wrap it. I got the wrap it up signal about 5 times now. If you're a content creator in the audience, we also have some quality of life for you. We are overhauling the Dead by Daylight creator program completely.
Ez én vagyok, skacok, ez én vagyok.
And that's going to include what's called a support a creator system, which maybe you know from other video games. It allows you to support your favorite creator. The idea is that is be a wide way for pretty much any deserving creator to be able to work with us, get stuff from us, and get rewarded. So stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot more about that in our next broadcast later this month or next month. And I do need to wrap up now, guys, so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I think some people here want to hear about Five Nights at Freddy's. So we are going to let that happen and bring out Dave and Matt to tell you all about it. Thank you, everybody.
Let's go, Dave, let's go. Másik csávot lehet, hogy nem ismerem, de Dave-et fixen ismerem. De jó, lesz lesz saját kódom, ez fix. Oh, hell yeah, vagy hát remélem, hogy magyarok is kapnak. Na nézzük, a kollab, eljött az idő, srácok, eljött az idő. Most meglátjuk az első trailert legalább. Itt van az öreg.
Hello, PAX!
Isn't it awesome to be back here?
It's amazing to be back here. It's nice to see you, even though I don't see quite well. It's nice to see you in person. Also, hi to everybody watching us online.
Én ezt az egyetlen vagyok, aki kap, remélem, hogy nem.
Shout out to all the cosplayer. I've seen some of them, they're amazing. You know, especially Mr. Unknown, somewhere there. Amazing. But I don't see anything, so, right?
After.
Yeah. All right, so of course being here is pretty special, and we're here. It's perfect that we're here to announce and to reveal.
Mi az a szemüveg? Nem tudom, múltkor is ebbe a szemüvegbe volt. Nem vágom, hogy ez miért, hogy ez vicc, vagy valami baj van a szemével?
The history of Dead by Daylight, the top requested license.
Yeah, so Five Nights at Freddy is our next chapter, as we've said. It is one of those crazy games. It's such an amazing story. They released about 10 years ago, just like we did. It was one of the first indie horror games. Today it is a gigantic behemoth of a game and universe, actually. And we are thrilled to have Five Nights at Freddy's universe finally come into the fog.
Nagyon basszol, nagyon basszol. Lehet, hogy szemműtét? Nem tudom amúgy. Nem tudom, hogy ez csak ilyen vicc a FNAF miatt, vagy valami baj van vele, nem tudom.
The team has had a blast creating this chapter. It's such an amazing universe to explore. And I just wanted to say really quickly that, you know, we do survey. We survey our community to know what you want.
Igen, ilyen szörvéket lehet állandóan kitölteni.
And we listen to it. And Five Nights at Freddy's has been the top of the list for the longest time. So finally, it's here.
So what are we doing with Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, okay, so let's start and reveal our new killer.
Ki az új killer?
Let's show that
Ki az új killer? Oj. Jó, spin trap, oké, GG. Oh, hell yeah. Ezt szinte biztosra tudtuk amúgy. Igen. Ez várható. Azt mondták a FNAF rajongók, hogyha nem ő lesz a killer, meg se veszik.
You like that?
Meg se veszik.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So I guess we made the right choice. Yeah, it was obvious to us too. Of course, Springtrap is the ultimate villain of the series.
The ultimate villain.
And for the first time ever, you'll be able to be in the suit. Isn't that amazing? You'll be the killer. You'll be Springtrap.
Aha, meg
You will
gondolom a
be known as
játékokban mindig
the
nem ő vagy.
animatronic in our game.
Absolutely, yes. So
the animatronic.
The animatronic. Today we won't go
animátornak fogom hívni,
into
csak
the power
mondom.
or the perks. Yeah, we're not revealing a lot, but
Nem revealelik a
we'll show
powert.
some screenshots later, and if you watch closely, you might see something very interesting. We're adding on top of the killer a very interesting survivor and killer mechanic that's quite unique to this chapter that will appear every time you play as Springtrap.
Springtrap-el valami új
So you might
mechanika
get
jön be, de nem revealelik a
So
powert,
obviously,
Geffy.
we will reveal
Mekkora
more of
szemetek
that in
amúgy.
a couple of weeks.
Pár
in
hét
another
múlva,
stream.
egy másik streambe.
But I want to say that the power and the perks are really authentic to
A power és a
the
perkek
universe
nagyon
of Five Nights at
illeni
Freddy's.
fognak ugye a Freddyhez, a Five Nights at
Now,
Freddyhez.
one of the other ways that we like to bring authenticity to the content that we create is with cosmetics, of course. And there are going to be a few really cool ones as we release
Akkor
this,
nem
but
sokat
there's one we absolutely
lepleznek
need
itt
to
le.
talk about today. A legendary outfit for Springtrap that we will have will be taken directly from the movie, and we're going to show a little thing.
A filmből fog jönni a legendary skinje. Én ezt nem vágom, hogy mit, de let's go! Fingom sincs, hogy ez ki ez a faszi. Ez az, most remélem örülsz. Ő a kedvencem, úristen.
So,
ki a fasz az ide?
of course,
Bozon?
you may have noticed on screen there, this is the yellow rabbit from the movie as portrayed by the
Ez a
absolutely
filmből van.
talented Matthew Lillard.
Aha, Matthew Lillard.
It's fine, get it out.
Ez egy legendary skill lesz majd.
Not only are we gonna have his pretty face in the game, but he was nice enough to record all the voiceover for the characters.
Nice, ővé lesznek a voice actingek is. Aki a Ghostface-t is játszotta,
That's
beszarok.
exactly what I said when I heard that.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I do the stupidest thing ever. The way I get into this thing is I do like an ape thing. So hold on a sec. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Ready or not, here I come.
De jó, nagyon adom az ilyen faszikat amúgy. GG.
Fun.
He is such a cool guy.
So as you've seen, there is no survivor in this chapter.
Igen, sajnos nem lesz
But
szörvi.
yeah, but
Lucky.
there is a map.
Lesz egy map, aha. Ez nagyon basszú lesz ez a map, ezt tuti.
Yeah, thank you.
Mutasd meg.
We couldn't do this without, of course, the iconic location of Freddy
A
at
pizzéria.
their pizzeria.
Tudtam, hogy a pizzeria, oké. A pizzeria lesz a map, ez a 100%.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Hasonlít a mozihoz, nem így első ránézésre. Az unknown-os mozihoz.
So we took inspiration from the first game. So most of it.
Eshetne, nem?
So instead of looking at it through camera, you're actually going to walk in it.
Azt hittem, hogy ilyen VR
It's
lesz.
filled with Easter eggs, surprises, and of course jump
Abban a macsádban lesz
scares.
szerintem is. És tele lesz a mob jumpscare-ekkel. Tehát nagyon örülök.
And there's also one fantastic. Oh well, I'll let you.
Aha, ezt
react to
tudja, hogy
this
az a
a
rám,
little more,
amúgy
I think.
igen. Jaj, ez az a rám, a mozis rám.
It is cool. It's an awesome map. The team did great. Can't wait for you to play into it. So there's also something very, very cool, a quality of life feature that we're adding with this chapter.
Quality of life?
We will have a separate queue where you'll be able to go exclusively in this map.
Szóval akkor megjelenik,
And
akkor
that's something that's
egy
going to be
olyan...
present for every upcoming map in the future.
Szóval, ha jön egy új
Yeah,
map,
let
akkor
us know
külön
if you actually
cube-ot
like the
csak arra
feature,
a
and that's
mapra
what
lehet
we'll do.
menni.
All right.
De
I
jó,
mean,
ez
if
amúgy
everybody
nagyon jó.
hates it, we'll take it out, but
No, maradtad.
we try to listen, is what I'm saying.
Aha.
What else?
Ez nagyon nagy, ez nagyon nagy.
I think we're actually out of time on this one, so it's okay.
It's okay.
There's going to be a big stream. Also, you should know, especially there might be a few people here who are big fans of Five Nights at Freddy that do not know Dead by Daylight so well yet. So go check out our socials, check our newsletter. We will be teasing quite a lot and giving a lot more information in the weeks leading up to the actual release. So right now, Dave and I will scoot. Dave will be back later, don't worry. And right now we'll leave the room to Rose and Eric to take you through some of the really cool collections
Jó, most
coming
át
this
kell
year.
lennék a collectionba, akkor ennyi volt a FNAF. Na srácok, mit szóltok eddig, ami kiderült? Szerintem elég cool, főleg ez, hogy akkor egyből lehet arra az új mapra menni, és nem kell várnod, hanem egyből meg tudod tanulni az új mapot. Ez nagyon lesz, és mostantól tetszik, nekünk mindig így lesz. Minden megjelenésnél.
No? Okay.
Ezt mind tudtuk. Tényleg én nem tudtam erről, hogy ez jön.
So Five Nights at Freddy's, huh? Wow.
Na most jönnek a skillek, ezek mindig nagyon baszok.
How do we follow that?
Nézzük a skilleket.
No idea.
Well, I'll tell you how, Rose. With upcoming collections.
See?
Jobb, hogy nem revealelték a képességet, így jobban várod? Lehet igazad van. De én nagyon akartam a képességet.
As often as we can, we get her on stream to share the cool cosmetics that are planned, and today is no exception. So why don't we dive in? Because this show is running by us very quickly. So speaking of very quickly, I want to remind people or let people know maybe for the first time, about a year ago we did a community contest where people got to submit designs for killers and survivors, among other things. And we've just started rolling out in this week's update. So I think we have a little image or video.
Na?
Maybe.
Ezek már bekerültek, ugye?
Jake Lone Wolf outfit by Fairy Kun, Little Friend badge by Yuki Yamato, and Singularity Death Top by It's Your Boy. You may have heard some discussion about the Singularity, that it's missing something on its face. Should we add the frowny face back?
Hát jó lenne. Jó lenne, mert az miatt ugye nagyon-nagyon reklamálnak.
Now we have to. I'm sorry.
Fine.
This is how community people pressure the devs to do things.
Just for you, though. Just for you.
Thank you, Rose. So we'll be doing that, so stay tuned.
Jó, akkor megváltoztatják ennek az Admonskinek a fejét olyanra, mint ami eredetileg kellett volna, hogy legyen.
Throughout the year, so thanks again to everyone who submitted. We're going to be doing another one. Stay tuned.
Ez nem Cassandra.
Cosmetics, sorry for shouting.
Bár hasonlít egy picit amúgy.
So there's a really
lehet, hogy az alapötlete.
one, Rose,
de egyedi skin.
You know,
lehet, hogy az alapja
maybe a video game relevant audience.
De nem azt akarja szimbolizálni.
So, as you guys might already know, we love dark fantasy at Dead by Daylight. As you can tell from our Fortune Fog and Dungeons and Dragons chapters, now we're super thrilled to be inviting another incredible fantasy world into the world of Dead by Daylight with...
What the fuck?
Wow.
Mi a fuck?
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Mi van? Nem volt kamu! Na ne szopassál már, ember! Nem volt kamu! Július 3-án?
The Witcher collection coming out on June 3rd.
June 3rd, very soon.
100 milliárd %. Azt a
So fans of The Witcher, of which I am
Take my
one,
money.
I hope we got some other, it sounds like we have some other Witcher fans here.
Azt hittem, hogy full
It's a
kamu.
cosmetic collection of 6 new Witcher-themed outfits coming to the PAX.
6 Witcher
And of the 6,
6
there are
darab.
2 legendary outfits.
2
the
legendary.
First one being the Leshen outfit
Úristen, ez
for the
mennyi?
artist.
De miért az artist? De miért az artist?
And of course, Geralt
Ez a
of Rivia outfit
kedvencem.
for Vittorio.
Vittorio lesz a izé, igen. De miért az artist? Adjuk már ezt a
One of
kurva
the best
artist.
parts of Geralt's outfit is that it comes with a great new batch of voice lines recorded specifically by Doug Cockle, the character's original voice actor.
Original voice
Shout out to Doug Cockle, any fans of him. He's actually in attendance at PAX this weekend.
Basszik, az összeset meg kell venni.
Signing area, so go meet him after the show.
Fuck, man.
And that's not all. In the collection, we also have very rare outfits for Yennefer,
Jennifer, let's go. Kinek kapja amúgy?
Ciri,
2. Széből lesz a Ciri. Let's fucking go, Ciri.
Triss Merigold,
Igen, Triss is, ő ki Michaela.
and
Let's go.
Eridan.
Oh, let's go. Yes, ezt is megveszem, az összeset megveszem, tesó, az összes pénzemet erre költöm.
We'll release more info on our socials
Azt a kurva, ez mekkora, hát ez jobban tetszik, mint a
we're going to show all those. That's great. We change things at the last minute a lot of times. So those look fantastic. I'm excited. Just a note about if you're wondering.
Megőrülök, hallod, megőrülök.
Deep into this game.
Hát ez kurva jó.
Medallion, Geralt's medallion.
A Leslie az kurva artista, de hogy miért?
It's not going to happen in our
Hogy
game.
miért az artista?
The entity doesn't want him to have kind
of
of
suppresses all magical powers.
Yeah, so in case people were worried about that, it's not happening. Okay, so
we also have some super cool Witcher-themed rewards attached to an upcoming Chaos Shuffle event.
A Chaos Shuffle-be lesz
valami.
valami.
At the same time, and one of them is this
Let's go, ezt is berakom,
amazing Geralt in the Cup player card.
Tesó, ki kell játszani a Witcher-t megint. Ki kell játszani a Witcher-t megint. Úristen, de meghozták kedvet. Azt a mindenit. Azt a mindenit. Ó, azt nem hiszem el, bro, azt nem hiszem el. Én vagyok esténként. Mindhármat, nem, a harmadikat, meg az újat, a negyediket.
We're done with The Witcher for now, but other things.
Vége a Witchernek.
Our friend Matt, who you just saw, tall guy, big bushy eyebrows back in the day, he did a TV show with the Boulet brothers called Dragula. And they did a Dead by Daylight themed episode, which was flipping cool.
Ezt nem vágom.
Why not turn it around
túl
and
régi
now
nekem az
bring
1-2, nem
them into
tetszett.
Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it was super cool. I'm jealous of Matt.
Brad
But they also
felvásároljuk a
have a
skineket.
video to talk to us about it.
All right.
This is Drac and Swantula, your queens of darkness, the Boulet brothers, and we are so excited about our crossover with Dead by Daylight. One of my favorite episodes of the show is when we did our Dead by Daylight challenge, and our cast had to come up with looks worthy of becoming a new killer skin in Dead by Daylight. The Boulet Brothers collection will feature 2 outfits. The first is the iconic outfit for the Huntress, modeled after the winning design for that episode. Second is the Boulet Brothers artist outfit for the artist, which is a mix of both of us. Keep an eye out for that collection releasing on July 8th. We'll see you in the fog.
Azt a mindenit, ez nagyon beteg amúgy. Ez nagyon beteg volt.
Look at that.
Ez amúgy milyen cicis volt az a csajszé.
Couple of concepts here of what you just saw.
Aha. Jó, az artistra ez jöhet, az nem zavar, ez jöhet az artistra.
Keep it rolling, because this show doesn't have a limited time. So next up
is something from the extended world of Dead by Daylight. What
can you tell us about this one?
Az majd meg kell szeressem az artistot, srácok, nincs mese.
Games released the casting of Frank Stone.
Ó, Wendigo?
Which explored the origins of a brand new killer. This year, Frank Stone in his transformed state will be entering the entity's trial as a cool new legendary outfit for the Trapper.
Oké, jó, akkor nyertem, nem kerül be chapterként, jó, akkor Blankot megdugjuk.
The Frank Stone's champion outfit to be
Ez az,
in September.
én dugom meg Blankot.
And just as a note, if you play the game, you know that's a screenshot from the casting of Frank Stone. It's not a screenshot just yet from Dead by Daylight.
De bekerül? Nem, tudod mit? Ilyen körbe dugjuk egymást akkor. Mert bekerül, de mégse.
All right, last one. Oh, actually, before I go on, in case you haven't played the casting of Frank Stone, which I think you should, it is now 80% off.
80%-os kedvezményben van.
No excuse not to buy
Frank
it.
Stone.
Go play that amazing game. And shout out to Supermassive. We love that. Okay, last one that Rose has brought for us today is adding some new outfits to an existing fan favorite collection.
Yep, we're adding 2 new outfits to the Tomb Raider collection.
Tomb Raider kapja az új skineket. Kiviszik a Witcher 4-et? Még nincs ki sajnos, de nagyon szeretném.
The first one is Lara's classic ensemble. Which is the iconic look.
Bazd meg, ezt is meg kell venni. Bazd meg.
Yep, this is the iconic look that started it all for Tomb Raider, and we're super happy to bring it to Dead by Daylight.
Ezt hiányoltam, amikor megjelent.
We'll also be adding in another outfit, but
ha már presztisztálsz, kacok, őt dugtam meg álmaimban, így.
Wasn't ready yet. Just stay tuned.
Fans will recognize it.
Bizony.
That's true. Get hype. Thank you so much, Rose.
A másikat nem
This
mutatják.
would be fine. FNAF is a big deal, but these are a big deal too, right, guys?
Amúgy ez konkrétan komolyabb volt, mint a FNAF, nem fogok hazudni amúgy, ez konkrétan komolyabb volt, mint a FNAF. Ez a Witcher
So there's
nekem ez
plenty
a
of other
peak.
collections that are still going to be releasing. We just don't have a million years on the show to show you all of them.
Nincs
So stay
idő.
tuned.
Ezért dolgozok én, mind menjen a
Our social
baby
media,
jönnek.
and you
Take my money, így van, ugyanígy
And
megyek
now,
vele.
Rose, I will bid you adieu. Thank you
És
so much
srácok,
for
lehet, hogy
joining us.
kevesebb DLC-t fogunk sorsolni
Thank
ma.
you, everyone.
Félre rakok egy keveset a skinekre. Ez nagyon nagy volt amúgy. Ezt hallottam.
Folks, now you're going to spend a minute with me. I'm sorry.
GG. Jó, hát ez hol az a Witcher?
So we
Nem
are here for Dead by
hiszem
Daylight's
el,
9th
bro.
anniversary, but we are
Nem hiszem
also
el.
Behavior, a game studio that does other things, and we thought, why not just take just a minute to tell you about something cool that we're doing.
Jó, ez
outside
valami
of
nem
Dead by
DBD-s lesz.
There is a
Ew.
desire from ourselves to help out and publish other smaller horror games where we
Ew,
can.
segíteni akarnak kicsiknek?
And
Ew.
our first foray into that is with an amazingly cool little game, and it's called It Has My Face. Not my face, don't worry. So it is a first-person roguelite
First-person
set in a
roguelike?
dystopian city, and within the city you have to find and
Ez
kill
egy
your own
másik
clone.
játék.
If the clone doesn't kill you first. It Has My Face started as a game jam creation by Nightbite Studios, which is 2 people. And in fact, they have recorded a little message for us today just to introduce themselves. So let's go to that.
Hello everyone, I am Salih, founder of Nightbite Games and the lead developer of It Has My Face. The game actually started as a jam game around a team of clones, and the response was amazing. After the jam, I kept working on it for years, and later my brother joined the project. We are a tiny team making this really unique and awesome game with lots of love. So I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do making it every day. Thank you for your support and stay tuned for more news.
Én nem értem a franciákat, az a baj. Na nézzük! Soha nem fogok vele játszani valószínűleg. GG. GG, ennyi volt. Nice. Kill your clone. Find the weapon. Ez ilyen hufi game? Miért ezek a hufi gémek? Not my kind of game, az biztos. True Paranoia. Ami az ötlet alapból nem rossz. De a pixel gémek nekem nem jöttek be annyira soha. De biztos, hogy szeretni fogják az emberek, akik szeretik ezt a stílust. It Has My Face. A koncept az szerintem tök jó.
All right.
Na hol van az own
So you can actually
chapter?
head to Steam right now if you want to check out the demo of It Has My Face and wishlist it.
Ennek is
It's going
megvan
to be in early
célközönsége, az
access
biztos.
later this year.
For sure.
One last thing from the extended world of behavior. Who has heard of Red Hook Studios, the creators of Darkest Dungeon?
Hopp. Ugye megvették a Red Hook stúdiót.
They are also doing their anniversary stream today from PAX. It is later today, in fact, the anniversary for Darkest Dungeon 2. It's at 6 p.m. right here from PAX if you want to check it out. It's not at PAX. I'm lying, but it's today. I'm at PAX and my brain is melted.
Akkor nem a PAX-on
Red Hook's
lesznek.
second anniversary stream for Darkest Dungeon 2 is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check it out on Twitch at Red Hook Studios.
Aha, Twitch-en fogják live-olni, az is érdekes lehet. Miközben a Behavior segít ilyen kis content creatorokat, azért mutatták meg, vagy kis ilyen indie cégeket, játékdeveseket.
Richard, Dave, come out here.
Na nézzük, ő kicsoda.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Eric.
I gotta readjust myself. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
All right.
Szóval Choose Your Own
Dave,
Chapter, de most jön ez,
we got a
srácok.
clock counting us down, so
Visszajött
we're gonna
Dave,
zip
hello.
through this, but this is an awesome one. This one
Random
is my
stúdiókat veszik,
personal
jól
favorite
megy,
thing of the
és nem
entire
is kis
show.
stúdió volt a Red Hook amúgy.
As it should, yes.
It is, so it's a
Szóval nem is lesz szó,
original
eddig még nem
chapter
beszéltek róla, nem?
New killer.
De mondták, hogy lesz egy csomó streaming
New
boss, szóval
survivor.
gondolom máskor fognak.
And that's kind of all we know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about this chapter because you have not created it yet.
What the fuck? Az egész? Miért?
What does that mean?
Amúgy igen. What the fuck?
What does that mean, Dave?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so obviously we have an amazing community. They have a lot of creativity. We've seen it in, homemade killers and some pitches online, how to balance the game, everything. So we want to be able to create a chapter from scratch with all of you, building every step from pre-production to the end of the process.
Srácok, ha elintézzük a vendégút, elintézem, hogy Krisz mindenkinek áll egy sört.
Awesome experience that we're going to it's a long experience too. We really want you to experience what it's
Pucsitok
like to build a
érte,
whole chapter.
megoldom. Ha elintézzük a vendégút,
I'm super excited
GG.
about this.
Bármit megadok
érte. How did
érte.
this idea germinate and come about?
Well, we've been thinking about it for quite a bit. We wanted to make sure that we could do this right. And I think we found the right format.
I think so. So,
Mi a
do you want to
format?
talk about the format, or do you want to tease it a little more?
I guess. Okay. So basically, what we want to do is we will not go just, hey, let's get comments online and do something people suggest. We want to make sure that we give you the right choices to build this so that we end up with something extraordinary that everybody will love.
Úristen, srácok, mondom,
your own adventure format for this.
Vendégérszopok.
Matt is like, Matt's impressed backstage. Thank you, Matt.
We have some folks here pretty young, might not know what Choose Your Own Adventure is.
Yeah, so I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a series of books, and you read a story, there's a great narrative, and then you have a choice to make at every page that will bring you either to the dungeon, to open the door, and then you go to that other page of the choice you've made until you die horribly or get out of the book. So we want to do something similar for building the character. So a strong narrative that will bring you into the creation of these creature, killer, survivor, whatever.
And so every week or 2 or 3, depending on how busy Dave is, you as a community get to vote on certain choices.
Szóval minden 3 hetente körülbelül mindenről szavazhatunk, hogy mi legyen a chapter.
So I think the community is probably going to make something special with their choices and pretty wild. Do you want to kind of give an example of what they might look like, those choices?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a killer, for example. We would start with the eye-level fantasy of who this character is. So, for example, we might ask, would you prefer to have a killer that's grounded into reality? Would you prefer a supernatural character? Otherworldly character? And so we have these eye-level fantasy, and then based on the top vote, we move on to win the story. And so we would define a little bit more precisely. So, for example, if the top vote is supernatural, then maybe the other choice would be: is it an undead character? Is it a person that has occult supernatural powers? And so on until we'll define it, the whole fantasy, the narrative, and of course the power as well.
And so we're going to do the same for Survivor, right?
Absolutely. Of course, Survivor don't have powers, but they have perks to define. They have a rich backstory. Why do we empathize with them? So you'll get to forge this story, what relationship they have and how it defined this survivor.
Yeah, so essentially you'll be in game, you see, I got a new choice to make this week. You go and vote, and then maybe the next week or the next time.
És hát még soha ilyet semmilyen cégtől amúgy, hogy konkrétan mi csináljuk meg.
We have an otherworldly killer, and then you move on from there. Is that right?
Ilyenkor van a legnagyobb esélyed most a saját karakteredet megcsinálni, amit szeretnél, ha meg tudsz győzni másokat,
so
ugye?
Just like in the Choose Your Own Adventure books, of course, you can always peek at the different choice to cheat, to get the best thing you want for you.
So lehet csalni majd benne.
Our process will have twists like this. One, for example, is a change your fate mechanic. So we will always give you the batting choice of the top winning choice that you voted on and the runner-up. So you'll be able to see all of these different possibilities, and maybe we'll change path along the way. So there's a lot of question there. There's a lot of steps, and for killers,
igen, ott nagyon befolyásolni fog persze.
We're over 1,000 different possibilities of ending killers. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Én meg megpróbálok titeket minél jobban a Wendigóra rávenni.
It's amazing. So the idea is to take all these folks through the whole production cycle, yeah?
Yeah, so pre-production, we start with fantasy, themes, etc. And then when we finish this, we won't stop for production. We will involve you in production as well. So anytime that usually in a chapter creation, we get to decide
Ott kéne beszéljek amúgy, hogy mennyit kér azért, hogy Wendigót reklámozzon.
Different concept and we choose the best one. We will involve you into that. So, for example, for the killer's weapon, we would show you 3 different concepts of weapons, with lore attached, the reasoning why the killer would use this, and you will vote on the one you want in the final product.
De jó, ez legelejétől a legvégéig mi fogjuk csinálni.
Because you might actually learn something along the way about how
ez a legjobb esélyem a Wendigóra, bro.
Game development is, but we want you to take the ride with us for once instead of just waiting for the result. So I think this will be cool.
We'd love to be able to have more PTBs along the way too, so that you can.
De én tudom, mi lesz amúgy a killer sajnos. Tudja, hogy egy ilyen izé lesz, ilyen alakváltó, mert azt akarják a legjobban. Pixel alakváltó lesz a killer, akit megszavazunk.
Yeah, so the idea is, our 10th anniversary, almost a year-ish from now, is all about you, the community. So that's a really nice thematic way to build up towards it throughout the year, yeah?
Jó, hogy a 10-nek ez lesz a peakje.
It's going to be a super nice adventure. Can't wait to see what you will choose, what you will build.
Valószínűleg a 10-nek ez lesz a peakje, amit mi csinálunk. Ez úgy jó ötlet a 10. évnek.
Amazingly interesting. And yeah, we want to have this available for our 10th anniversary year, so sometime in 2026.
Yeah, it's been super fun testing it internally. Dave's essentially been our dungeon master as we create this new character. It's super cool. So, we're not going to wait too long to get started. Just hang tight another couple weeks, and our first vote will roll out.
Egy pár hét múlva kezdődik az első szavazás az elejéről.
Pretty much what we want. We keep coming up with questions during this process, like, what should we do for this? And the answer keeps coming back, let's let the community choose. So right down to the name of the chapter, we're talking about everything. So we'll see you out there.
So keep an eye out on our socials so that you know when it starts and you get to vote on the first choice.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave,
no problem.
for joining us one more time. Thank you.
PAX.
GG. Ez de jó volt, basszus. Ezt nagyon élveztem. Megmondom a Frankot, hogy nem azt a flap lesz a csúcs, de nem az volt.
And that means I get to make a merch shout-out. Let's see that merch, folks.
Yeah, merch.
Matt's making his way out here. You can maybe still get some. So it's not this one, the merch down at the booth, but that's selling out fast.
Hát nagyon sok mindenről kell beszélni, chat.
Right now.
Nagyon sok mindent kell összefoglaljunk.
So yeah, hi Matt, why are you here?
Hey, yeah,
a Wendigó a saját szerelmi termék
Thank you so
Levente.
much for everyone for joining us. Normally, this is the bit of the show. If you've watched the anniversary once or twice,
most bejelentenek egy újat.
There's got to be something that comes after, right?
Még egy. Ezt figyeld?
But in this case, we've tried to do things a little differently this year.
Because we heard Gordjiro was going to attend, and we're like, cancel it. Let's not do anything special for this one.
So if you paid very close attention to the show, you will notice that we've already told you what the license coming after Five Nights at Freddy's is.
Me.
So you already told them throughout the show.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of clues hidden throughout our broadcast, a bunch of hints. So I want you to put on your tinfoil hats. Polly, we're looking at you.
Én nem láttam semmit, bro.
And then give us our best speculations and theories on what you think it is. Actually, anybody here knows?
Azt mondja, FNAF.
Shrek is what was shouted from the crowd if you're watching at home.
I think
Lufik.
I think Shrek is in the maybe pile.
Annyit fangolcsolt, hogy nem vettem észre, és.
So yeah, go on our socials, tag us, and give us your best speculations and your best guesses. We will let you know if you were right. Go back, watch the show.
We heard they like teasers, right? So let's do some teasing of what the next chapter is instead of just shouting it at you on a stage.
Mi van? Mutasd már meg, tesó, ne idegesíts!
Shout out to the Binding of Isaac, actually. They were just talking about us on Twitter, yeah. But it's not that.
You're not supposed to.
I shouldn't say that, but
no,
it's
you're not
that.
supposed to. All right, well, one last time, thank you again so very much.
Ne, szopos már, ezt vissza kell nézzük, akkor mi volt az? Nem már!
It's been an absolute pleasure, Boston, Massachusetts.
De végig tízelték állítólag.
We do have another stream coming shortly. We'll announce the date when we can to reveal the specifics of the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter, how the gameplay works and all that. Stay tuned.
A FNAF miatt.
And come see us at the booth afterwards. We'll be happy to hug
nem volt más, legalábbis én nem láttam. Azt mondja, hogy nagyon sokat tízeltek végig.